What's good, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 29 of Tune Check. I'm your host, Cris. And on this episode, we got a couple news updates, and then I got like one album I want to talk about at the end. It's from LaRussell. But I hope all you guys had a great week, a great weekend. This one might actually be really short, first of all. Like, it might actually be a short episode, but let's jump into it. So the first piece of news that I got pretty much stems from my episode last week. So you know how J. Cole recently just dropped Clouds on his blog first and on DSPs. So now it turns out that he dropped the remix for Clouds. Wiz Khalifa's been teasing it. I remember I mentioned it as well. So he dropped it on his blog again, and it featured the verse from Wiz that he's been teasing all over social media. I also made a post about it, and I remember I put it up on the episode as well. And to be honest, like, I'm happy that he put it on his blog, but I need it on streaming like right now because I feel like I'm missing out. But it's a dope song overall. Like, J. Cole's always going to deliver. Wiz Khalifa did his thing on his verse. And I definitely love the rollout because he really wants to shift the focus to his blog, which he was talking about a few months ago, because that's what he wants to pretty much put his time into aside from making this album. So I could definitely see him, delivering more music through his blog and then putting it on DSPs. I'm not sure why this one isn't on DSPs as well, but I'm pretty sure it'll probably be there soon. And Wiz Khalifa's just been, on a run too with his freestyles and just dropping music on social media. He put up a post saying that he has his track listing done. He recorded some freestyles, and we all know he's been recording freestyles. That's all he's been dropping. And, I've been presenting them here because it's just dope, and it's even on my YouTube page as well. He said that he worked with Dolla. So I know for a fact we got something coming out from Wiz, but I just don't know when it's going to drop, and I hope it drops soon because everything he's been doing so far has been like dope as fuck, and it's been sounding really, really good. I don't know if it's going to be like an actual album or if it's going to be a mixtape considering all the freestyles he's done. I'm hoping it's a mixtape because all of the beats that he's been rapping over, like, he's been killing it and definitely delivering on them even better than some of the artists that own the song. So that's pretty fire, to be honest. And shit, if he goes on tour, I'm gonna probably be there myself, to be honest, because I would not miss that for the world. But speaking about artists going on tour, we got Sir. He just announced his Step Into the Light tour. Tickets are currently on sale right now. I think I might have to go because he was on tour last year and I didn't get to see him over some bullshit. But like, I think I'm gonna probably head to this one because I did like his album last year. I've seen him live before too when I went to go see Miguel back in like 2018, 19. But I think I might actually go see this one because, again, Sir is a great performer. He sounds amazing live. He's a really good singer. And TDE's just been doing their thing since last year. But if I do go, I got to try to put up some videos and stuff. But another artist that's on tour right now is Denzel Curry. So a few clips from him and his Australia tour pretty much like viral and surfaced online. So he ended up performing Diet over Kendrick Lamar's TV Offbeat. And this mashup first was released from Spectre, and it was posted on his X account, and the clip went viral. And now Denzel has it a part of his set list, and honestly, I love the energy that, he was given in that little clip. His fans that attended seem to love it. I love it. I think it's amazing. And it really sounds dope as fuck. And I love how rappers are just doing their thing over GNX beats. But the beats on GNX was fire. And to be honest, I wouldn't mind like having this released somewhere so I could download it real quick. Then next, we got another artist that I had an update from last week. So 4BAT is starting his album rollout, as I mentioned on my last episode. And he previewed a song called Mortal Kombat.
I know that I'm wrong, but this shit feels so right. You say you're gone, but you're back the same.
This is the song he was talking about last time. It's coming out March 14th, so on Friday. And it's sounding pretty good, to be honest. I really enjoyed his EP last year, You Made Me a Star. I think it was one of the better projects of the year. As I mentioned before, like the remixes and the features that he had from Usher to Kanye to Drake, it was actually really good. They did a good job. So I'm really excited for this album that he's coming out with. I've been wanting a full-length project from him ever since he dropped You Made Me a Star, so I'm happy we're getting something. Then another artist that's been previewing new music is Lil Tecca. Man, I love Lil Tecca. His last album from last year was amazing. I still play it to this day. So he previewed a track called Dark Thoughts.
No, my bitch so bad, you spend your cash on a bitch you never had, yeah. I'm a Tommy boy, don't lie, so I ain't gon' slide if that shit ain't about the bag.
And to be honest, I love the sound. I love the production on it. Like I've always said that he's a great melodic rapper, and just the way that he just like delivers his bodies of work is always impressive to me. From the beat transitions to everything just connecting, him just being like very versatile when it comes to production. I think it's amazing. So I'm definitely excited for anything that he's gonna drop, and I'm looking forward to this because it sounds fire. I really enjoy listening to his music. Last week we had like a lot of artists previewing music. This next one is from Dolla Sign. So a video of him in the studio, got leaked online.
I can't lie, girl. I think you're something sweet. No, I don't think it. Do it nasty. I'ma spend this cash till you're happy. Eyes rolling till you bring your friend.
And I think it sounds fire. This sounds like a smash to me. Dolla Sign is a great artist. He's been killing it. He's always great on features. Like he never really disappoints when it comes to like music and his solo albums as well. So I'm really excited for this one. It feels like it's been a while since he actually dropped something. But I love that Dolla Sign is like ready to come back onto the scene by himself. And I'm really looking forward to his album Tycoon. And then next we got Lil Uzi. So he released 2 tracks that he like deleted afterwards for some reason. I thought that was kind of weird. So the first one is called Hellraiser Freestyle.
Cause Lil Uzi Vert, he the real Hellraiser. Nigga get killed for that paper. Sharks in the water. Still had that fin, I'm on paper. Still had that fin, I'm on paper. I had that fin on me when I pulled up.
Then the second one is called Doechii Freestyle.
Don't care what he said. Me couple Peter down. Ain't cold and I'm back bitch. Is it giving with my hand on it? Shot just in Bieber.
I was feeling Doechii Freestyle. I genuinely think that like it was a really good track. I didn't really like Hellraiser. It sounded kind of weird to me. But I am not understanding why he deleted it. Like I said, I'm guessing people was being real negative to it and he saw it. A lot of people wasn't really liking his Eternal to Take 2. I thought it was dope. I really enjoyed it. I still listen to it to this day. He kind of just like feels some type of way maybe, or he thought that these would like do better. But I feel like he should have just left it, because it's still out there. And at the end of the day, like, not all artists make great songs. So it's all right. Then next, we got Jessie Reyez. So she announced her album Paid in Memories is dropping March 28th and released the trailer for it.
So thank God. Because in love, in money, in spirit, and memories, bitch, I'm fucking paid. Paid in Memories, March 28th, bitch!
I'm excited. I love her style. Her recent releases and features been really good. One of my favorite songs from her is a song that she has with Miguel. I think they both really did a good job and their chemistry on it was amazing. So, I'm really looking forward to this album. And then another artist that's going to deliver a new album is Jid. So he announced his album's been turned in and it's coming out soon.
Can you tell us about a project that you're working on right now?
Yeah, it's done. It's turned in. It's been turned in. It's coming really fucking soon. It's been a long time in the making, and all the T's are crossed and my I's are dotted. So I think we're in a good position to build this new world that I've been working on for the past couple of years.
This was during an interview he had with ID Magazine. He also recently had a listening party for fans, and honestly, like I was seeing a lot of positive things about it. A lot of fans really received it very well. Somebody even commented saying that he put his heart into this album, that some of the features, intentionally work with the whole sound, and that he took like his writing very serious this time. So I'm really excited. The Forever Story is like one of my favorite albums as well. He's probably going to have a track that goes viral like surround sound. I wouldn't mind that at all because surround sound was amazing. There was also a clip of him that came back out that said that he wants to work with Andre 3000.
Is there artists that you want to be shoulder to shoulders with and that you want to work with? Because they going to see this.
Yeah. One of my boys, man. It got to be like 3 Stacks or somebody. You know what I'm saying?
And, there was a photo of them together in Paris a couple of days ago. So it looks like we might get that feature that he's been wanting. And again, I wouldn't mind that at all. Andre 3000, he's a legend. So I'm definitely ready for this album. I remember last year he said he was going to drop, like 4 albums, 2 of them with like Metro Boomin, and then 2 of them, I think just by himself. But that didn't even happen. So just for lying, I feel like we definitely deserve this album. But there isn't any release dates or any release windows that I've seen. It seems like we might get it maybe towards like the end of the year. Then last but not least, we got Doechii. So she released her song Anxiety. She even released like a small video of like how the song originated and why she released it and everything, just to explain it to people.
Gonna break down this lore to people who don't understand it. So I'm dropping a song called Anxiety. Now you may be thinking Anxiety already came out. So Sleepy Hollow, amazing artist by the way, he dropped a song called Anxiety where he was sampling my song called Anxiety, but my song is using the sample of somebody I used to know, and then I took that beat, somebody I used to know, and I made my own song on top of it called Anxiety. So then I dropped that song on YouTube, it never hit streaming, and then Sleepy Hollow sampled that, it got approved, and then that song blew up, and now people are finding the original version that I did on YouTube, and that's blowing up on TikTok, and it's anxiety, keep on trying, and now people want me to release the full version, and
she just wanted to give them a backstory for it. To be honest, I love the song. I love how it sounds. I think she did a great job. This shows how talented and how versatile she is, and this song was going viral before like it even released. And this is another example of how like songs that came out a few years ago really don't reach their maximum potential. To happen for Miguel's like shirt thing. I mean, it did blow up when it came out first, but it like came back into the limelight like what, I think like a year ago or something. It went viral and people started making TikToks with it. The same thing with Fetty Wap's again. That's another example. You know, it doesn't matter when it releases, it's always gonna have a bump and just come back out of nowhere. And this is why like music really is timeless. But I'm happy she did release it. You know, it shows that she really listens to her fans and that she wants them to have good music and deliver, you know, whatever it is that they want. And I think that's amazing for an artist. Not a lot of artists listen to their fans and deliver whatever they need to deliver and give them what they want. But shout out to Doechii. You know, if you haven't heard it, go check it out. You can add it anywhere now. Like I said, it's outside, it's here. But you know, that's it for the news. And like I said, I only have just one album I want to talk about. So let's get into it. So the album is from LaRussell and Mike Keys. It's called Party on the Westside. 8 songs, 14 minutes long. The features are Spice One, Richie Rich, Larry June, and produced by AC. Yeah, like this album is only 15 minutes long, but to be honest, this project was fire. It dropped the 2nd of March, which is a Sunday, you know, which I thought was pretty dope. I hate that everybody drops on Friday. Like, I don't like it personally. I don't. It's like a lot to absorb. And it makes sense because, you know, people listen to them over the weekend, but I feel like it's just a lot. And there's a lot of projects that get slept on because of the fact that there's so much music coming out on one day. So I feel like if this came out on a Friday, I probably wouldn't have heard it unless I was really looking for it or unless I've seen it somewhere, because I constantly check to see, you know, what's coming out. It's because of the fact that things now are starting to come out on different days of the week. So I was really happy when I seen this, and it's only 15 minutes. So you're not losing anything. You're not, you know what I mean? Like, it's just 15 minutes. You could listen to this like when you're walking somewhere, if you're going to the bathroom, if you're just sitting in the house cleaning or something. I don't know. Since it dropped on Sunday, the amount of times that I just ran through this back and forth is crazy. Like, most of the streams are probably from me because I love this album. I loved how fun it is. You know, there's no bad songs here. All these songs are catchy, and honestly, like, most of them are really just anthems. And LaRussell slid on every track that he's on. You know, everything is just super authentic. The production was amazing. And honestly, this is really one of my favorite albums of the year, which says a lot because it's only 15 minutes long. There are other albums that are like an hour and a half long, and they're not as good as this one. Like, even last year, like, there was albums that like, even last year, there were albums that were like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 17 minutes, and those did better for me than like these albums with like 20 something songs on the track list. You know what I mean? Like, this, it just goes to show you that not a lot of artists could like keep you hooked that long, and also like that their music probably does really suck. But I did kind of go into this not expecting too much because it's like, I'm like, it's 15 minutes, maybe it's like 2-3 songs, but nah, it's like a whole thing. And I loved it. I thought it was dope. And LaRussell's been doing this thing too. He released 7 albums last year, and honestly, that's great. And they all sound amazing. Then I think he already has 2, including this one, and he has another one coming up with Snoop Dogg, I believe, or it was just a track. I'm not too sure. But this man is just, you know, nonstop, and it's fire. And he has his own unique sound. You could hear it on this album as well. Like, his energy is just very positive, but, you know, he tries to deliver a message regardless. So the album starts off with Lil Kev's intro. You know, it's a great intro, to be honest. I loved how it's just him like running up to kids and just having them speak into the mic because they wanted to speak into the mic, and it kind of opens the doorway of it being, you know, funny and fun. Then afterwards we got 68 Cutlass. I think this is a great song to get into after the intro. It was a great segue, and it really helped establish, you know, the theme of the album and the mood. as well. I like this track. It features Spice One and Richie Rich, and to be honest, I think they were great features for the song. They each brought their own little like flair and style to it as well. Nobody overwhelmed anybody, and they pretty much basically all rap about how they grew up seeing and experiencing certain things, and about how now they're pretty much just up. You know, they got money, they're just chilling. But I love the song. I love the hook. It's very catchy because it just sounds so effortless. And I catch myself saying flow water, aquatic a lot because I just love like how it just sounded on the song. And then the next track is called The Bumble, and I love the beat on this song. I love the name of the song too. Like all of these track names is fire, to be honest. But I love the sense here. You know, I love how it fits with this LA sound that they're incorporating throughout the whole thing. I mean, yeah, he's an LA artist, it makes sense, you know, but it just sounds really good together. And you could definitely like hear that LaRussell had a good time making this track. He pretty much builds off his theme from the last track and just talks about how much money he got right now. You know, he's just flexing, to be honest. Yes, it is a minute long, but he still did his thing. But I love how this transitions into Tweedledee Dee. Yeah, that's the name of the song as well. That's a funny ass name. I feel like this and the other song could have been just one song altogether, considering that they're both 1 minute long or like a minute and like a half long. But it does give that effect of it being like a longer project, if it makes sense, you know? I love how he says that he sounds like Meek Mill, but he's not from Philly. It's true, like him and Meek have similar voices. Meek is like more serious with his music though, and then LaRussell is just more fun. I love that you can still distinguish them, but I love that comparison, if that makes sense. And he pretty much just keeps, you know, rapping about how like everything's good with him and, you know, he has money and all of this. I can see that that's like a whole theme so far. And it fits the overall like title of the track. Then next we got the title track. Like I said, Party on the West Side. And to be honest, I loved all the songs on here, but this one has probably got to be my favorite one. This is just the whole anthem track. I can see people dancing to this. I can see people listening to this anywhere in the club, in the malls, parties, like random stores, to be honest. Like this really is a song that would make people like step, and it's fire. This song features Larry June, and you know Larry June's been having a great year so far with his collab album Life is Beautiful with 2 Chainz and The Alchemist. But on here, they're just rapping about how they pretty much get bread and, you know, regardless of everything, like they're going to have a good time, you know, hence the name Party on the West Side. Like, yeah, this theme is very repetitive, but he's doing a really good job of still distinguishing each track and making everything sound different because of the production and how he just delivers his verses, which is also a good reason why this is so small, because I feel like if these songs were like a little longer, possibly, or if there were more songs on here, it probably would sound a little boring afterwards. So that's why this 15-minute length works. And a lot of artists can't do that nowadays, to be honest. Like, it's really disappointing. But then afterwards, we got the song Just a Lick. This has to be another favorite of mine because I love, you know, the rap singing, how he starts it. I love the synths on here. It gives it like a nice like funk sound mixed with like LA rap, and I think that's dope. And here he just raps about how he doesn't need to trip over like any females, any women. He's just a lick they could save her, just like how he says in the song, and I think that's funny. But he kept it on it. He ain't lie. Like he was talking his shit and just kept it pushing. But this feels like it could be like an anthem track as well because of just how it was produced and just how like catchy it is and everything. Then the next track is called Free Game, and here is really giving people free game. Like he's talking about people like not giving up and continuing to do what they're doing. That way they could be like successful, you know, regardless of what happens, just keep going. And then the last track is called Am I Musty? And I enjoyed this track as well because he's just rapping about how he's an independent artist and he doesn't want it any other way. You know, he mentions labels and, you know, like Billboard and stuff. I feel like this track was a great segue from the last track, and I kind of do wish he had a different like track to end the album or a different way to end it, but you know, it still fits the theme of the whole thing. Or maybe he could have added like an outro that's similar to the intro, you know, just people talking in the background. But other than that, you know, this album was great. I really enjoyed it. I still listen to it to this day. I'm gonna keep running it up because I just don't find myself stopping. But like I said, it's 15 minutes, so you could just run through it really easy and it could just keep playing continuously in the background for you. But I give it like a 9 out of 10, to be honest, because of the replay value. You know, like I said, I've been playing it a lot. It would have got that 10 maybe if the outro was like different and if those 2 tracks that I mentioned were like put together. But I really enjoyed how like fun and positive this was. Yeah, 15 minutes is not ideal to get these messages out, but I feel like we've heard them so much before from other rappers. So I appreciated the fact that he really just summed it up and just was like, here, take this. But I'm excited for, you know, the other projects you got coming out next year. And, you know, just keep doing your thing. Shout out to LaRussell. Go stream this album. It's called Party on the West Side. Do yourself a favor. That being said, that's the end of the episode. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for, staying on the whole episode. I really appreciate it. Follow me on socials. Share this with your friends, loved ones, coworkers, people at the store, anybody that would listen, your neighbors. If you guys have anything that you guys are like listening to or want me to check out, let me know. If there's any music that I missed, let me know. I'll listen to it. I'll check it out for you. Or even if you have something that you're working on and you want like another ear, I'll do it as well. And I'll let you know if it's bad or if it's good. I'm not gonna lie to you. But thank you guys for listening again. I hope you guys all have a great week ahead. Stay tuned for the next episode. Peace.